I'm very happy to be here with McKenna and Emily Parks and Peyton Nur of the Fort Wayne band, the Namby Pamby. Thank you guys so much for being here.
Thanks for having us.
We're going to have the chance to talk more with the band, but first, would you start us with a song?
Yeah.
Great. You've been listening to the Namby Pamby here on WFHB. Well, I'm so glad you're back. You were in for a Firehouse session back in December of 2023. And there's,
gosh,
yeah,
that's
I know it's been a long time, and there is so much that has happened between then and now. You just released your sophomore album, The Birds Aren't Migrating Like They're Supposed to. Came out February 28th, and it is stunning.
Thank you.
Congratulations. It's done so well on the WFHB charts, landing in our top 10 for 4 weeks.
Wow.
Very cool.
Amazing.
Can you all, or whoever would like to, talk about sort of the lyrical themes on this album?
Yeah, I think that this, even like while we've been on the road and like bands that we've played with, this has definitely been an album that like felt like needed to be written. It came from just like a place of just tenderness for me, and a a lot of the songs that I write do come from just personal experience and like big, deep feelings that I've had. So, I think as far as lyrical content goes, it's just, it just came from a place of I need to be writing these songs and just from a tender place, a very like soft, big changes in life. So, yeah.
Very nice. Mm-hmm. Talk about how your debut album was Marketplace. How was recording this album or working on this album different than Marketplace?
I think for sure we just learned a lot. Marketplace was kind of created from a place of eagerness, and we were super excited to have an album and do all of these big things. But with Birds and this album, we took a lot of care, and we wanted it to be very intentional and not rushed, I think was the big thing. And we were all like living together when we recorded it, and we just were developing not only our relationship as a band, but as friends and as sisters, which I think shows in the maturity of this album.
Definitely. Was writing this album more collaborative, or are you the primary?
Yeah, I think as far as the actual composition and writing the songs, it's still the same. So like it is mostly the songs that I wrote. But as far as like the studio, we had so many people that were collaborating on like parts and what the song needed. And so we had like Kyle Morris, he played like the pedal steel on the entire album. He also played pedal steel for Marketplace as well. But just like having people be a part of the process, I feel like there definitely was a lot more collaboration in that world, like in the studio world, for this album too. And I think that has been really beautiful too.
Yeah,
just
for sure.
That
more energy.
Yeah, for sure.
That's great. Well, where did you record it?
So there's oh my gosh. It's called Off the Cuff Sound in Fort Wayne, Indiana.
Okay, cool.
Jason Davis is the producer, the engineer. He produces and mixed the entire record. Yeah.
How long were you in the studio?
Weeks.
Ooh, so long.
It was a long time.
Years.
Really?
In a good way. Good way. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was we scheduled 14 days in the studio, right? Like it was.
It had to have been more than that.
You think so?
Yeah.
It's like 12 tracks.
Here's how the studio experience goes with Jason Davis off the cuff. I don't remember exactly how many days it was, but like we go in and they're averaging like 9 to 10 hour days, and we're just like sitting in this padded cell of like just dead sound, and these like heart crushing songs, soul crushing songs are just playing over and over and over again.
Emotionally exhausting,
maybe?
maybe?
Emotionally exhausting.
Yeah.
But he wiped our tears, and
that's wonderful.
He supports us.
Well, we're glad that you did that you went through it for us, because the product is beautiful.
So worth it.
Well, I think now would be a great time for another song if you're ready.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Great. You've been listening to the Namby Pamby here on WFHB. So you're on tour, a big tour.
Big tour.
Big tour. You played a show at the Bishop last night. Tell me about this tour. It's huge.
It's huge. I feel like Peyton should take this one.
For sure.
Oh my gosh. It is huge. Emily and I were talking about this just the other day, but we have this played out when we did the Marketplace tour too, where that tour was 14 days and 11 shows. So like not a lot of time to breathe.
Yeah.
But it was starting out as just like Fort Wayne, South Bend, Kalamazoo, like very regional and close.
Right.
And then all of a sudden we were in Asheville because we just always think like, if we're going to go here, we may as well go one step more.
Yeah.
And that's definitely what this tour blossomed into really, really fast.
How many dates is this tour?
This tour is 18 shows, I believe. And
like 27 days.
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
On the road, yeah.
So definitely a lot more. It's a lot of shows. It's a lot of work, but we learned our lesson with needing breaks on the road.
Yeah.
And I think that's been really helpful to us and incredibly necessary.
What do
It's
you-
kept our fuel for
Yeah.
sure.
What do you do on your days off?
Rot.
Shop.
Or shop.
Bed, rot, and
Yes.
shop.
Shop.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Where are you headed next?
Atlanta.
Yeah.
Oh, Atlanta.
Yeah.
Next, we'll start like our whole East Coast run. This is the big leg for sure. Everything has been like fluttery and nice because we know people in all of
Yeah.
these cities. But the next leg is all of the places we've never been
That's
before.
what I was going to ask. You are
I'm
definitely playing
excited.
places you haven't played
Yeah.
before.
Yeah. A little
That's-
nervous, but this is the point. Like we
Yeah.
want to build community. We want to meet people
Yeah.
in places we don't know anyone from. So it's
Well,
gonna
I
be
will
good.
say, I saw you when you were opening for Bunny in Indianapolis, and you are so good live that I was blown away. And yeah, I just think it's a good move for you guys to go places you haven't been and get in front of people because you're so impressive.
That means a lot.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Abby.
What has been the most exciting moment of this release cycle?
I think McKenna, I've heard McKenna say this recently, but people ask like, how's the response like to the album been? And it's always hard to tell. I think we live in a culture of numbers and statistics and streams. And I don't think any of us really like to buy into that. It's not what's important to us. But McKenna has made a really good point that people have listened and they're continuing to listen.
Yeah.
And that's been like really encouraging that it's not just like, oh, let's see what's new
What's
and what's
new
dropped.
for the 1 week?
But
you
people
know,
have
right.
like liked it and
Yeah.
continue to go back to it. I think that's been really encouraging.
That's really special.
yeah,
What's it like to be sisters in a band?
the best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the best. Yeah. And I don't remember. I'm going to now say something that you said
Love
in the
it.
car, but I really could not imagine doing what we're doing with anybody else but like these two women. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Peyton, like, obviously we're not blood sisters, but throughout these few years that we've been playing together, it really genuinely feels like we are all sisters.
Yeah.
And I'm so grateful that it's like us three doing it, because it would just be hard to not do it with these two.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
I think we're all very in tune with each other's needs and like each other's behavior. So if McKenna's feeling a certain way, I'm like,
You
you're
can
hungry?
tell.
You're
Yeah.
hungry.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's get those needs met.
And I feel like
Yeah.
this tour, especially just under unique circumstances, I feel like I've felt very supported. And yeah, it's just, I couldn't do it without them. I couldn't. It's
That's so
awesome.
nice
Yeah.
that you all have each other for support. What is the best part of being from Fort Wayne, Indiana, and being in a band?
Oh, this is a lovely little question.
Do you want to answer
No.
first? I was going to say, Fort Wayne isn't like a huge city. And the music scene is very supportive. But, you know, there's only like one venue to play for the most part, like one venue to play original music. And I think I like being from Fort Wayne. I think it's a charming city, but we have had to like work super hard because we're not like from a bigger city.
Right.
If that makes sense.
Totally makes sense. Because my next question was going to be, what's the hardest part of being a band from Fort Wayne, Indiana?
Yeah, I will piggyback off that question. I think it's just when, and I don't know what it's like to be born in Chicago or like, you know what I mean, like a city like that. But when you're from Fort Wayne, I think the hardest part is like how hard we have to work to network.
Yes.
And like play in big cities. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Is that making sense?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think we
Absolutely.
definitely expressed that before, but
it's awesome, and I
Yeah.
wouldn't change it. I think Fort Wayne is, we always say it's like a 3-hour drive from like every Midwest
Yeah.
big
Yeah,
city.
that's what's nice.
Yeah,
about
that's
it,
nice.
too.
And you're so close to Chicago, really. I mean, closer than
Everything's
here. Yeah.
reachable. And like we're small but mighty in Fort Wayne. Like I think the
Yeah.
community is super tight, super strong. There's not a lot like bustling in the music scene right now, but there are a lot of people that really care.
That's
like
great.
seriously care.
Yeah.
And sometimes we go to cities and it's like I feel like I'm pulling for people to like it's like you got to win them over maybe,
Right.
but yeah, Fort Wayne cares and
That's
they really
nice.
show up for anyone.
That's wonderful. Well, I think we have time for another song. One more song.
Yeah,
Let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it. You say I have the lucky eyes out of things. Look me in the face and tell me you believe in fate. What did you find when you looked me in the eyes last time? Could you see how I was screaming? Could you see how I was screaming? I can't contain. I can't replace this feeling. I can't contain this love in a house fire. Combustion of the soul. What did you say? You believe me anyway. Is this truth you know? Is this truth you know? What did you mean when you asked me loudly if I was grieving? Could you tell I was grieving? Tell I was mourning. I can't contain. I can't replace this feeling. I can't contain.
You've been listening to the Namby Pamby here on WFHB. Where can our listeners connect with you and find you online?
Yeah, so we're basically streaming anywhere where you listen to music, Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube. And then the easiest way to probably get in contact with us is just through our Instagram, like the Namby Pamby. And yeah,
Wonderful.
that's where we're most active. You can also like see all of the rest of the tour dates on our website. It's just thenambypamby.com. So those are the two main ones that we keep everything updated for you.
Well, McKenna, Emily, and Peyton, thank you so much for coming back to
thank you for
having
WFHB. We love you here, as you can tell. This is your host, music director, and Firehouse session producer, Abby Noroozi, and I'd like to give many thanks to our general manager, Jar Turner, engineers Marcus Drolet and Alyssa Gray, videographers Brian Boucher and Garrett Portinga of No Gruber Media, and to you for tuning in to WFHB.